Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Lighthouse 333. If you're new here, thank you so much for your participation and love, showing me love for my channel. It's new, and as much love as I can get, I would appreciate. I am going to be talking today about the movie Frozen 2 and what messages they are sending us through the movie. Whether you believe it or not, we are all here for a purpose. And one of the purposes is to awaken. And we are awakening and remembering who we were and who we are supposed to be. Now, we can awaken with messages from movies, books, TV, like Star Trek, things like that. So whether you believe it or not, it's happening. People are waking up and finding out who they really are, or what the truth is about the universe, or anything, any type of truth. So I'm going to talk about Frozen 2. Starts off with us learning that the children's father knows about an enchanted forest. And in the forest, there are a group of people, native people to the country. I believe it's Norway or Sweden or something like that. They call themselves the Northuldra people. There's so many people on the earth today that still practice their ancient ways. And even though in modern times, even though times have changed and they are kind of following modern times because they have to, they still know things of the ancient ways. So a lot of people living in today's time don't really talk about the people who know the ancient ways. It's like something nobody wants to really talk, or like there was an episode about, are Native Americans still alive? Like, some people don't even know Native Americans are still alive and are living in America. So that's pretty interesting to know that there's a lot of people living today that don't know or realize that the people of these ancient tribes are still here and still have the knowledge of those old ways, and some of them still practice it. So the Northuldra people, they work with the elements of the planet: air, earth, fire, and water. And they work with the elements. They're in harmony with the elements, and everything's working perfectly. And then there's a fight that starts, and it's Arendelle's people. Arendelle's people, they want to starve the Northuldra people, so they build a dam and lie to them, saying that the dam is going to help. Now, in this part of the movie, you really get to, it's really sad, but you get to see that the ancient people, the original people of different lands, how they were treated by the quote-unquote white, I don't know if there's probably other races, obviously, that took over different countries, but you know, it's like civilized versus uncivilized. Because someone is following nature and the rules of nature doesn't mean that they're uncivilized, and that's something that we have been living with today for so long. So this movie definitely helps you to see that the ancient ways of living in harmony with Mother Nature, earth, air, water, fire, is what brought peace to the people. When a fight broke out and murder was happening, the enchanted forest, basically, all the elements went crazy and basically stuck everyone in the enchanted forest, and they were in there for how long? People didn't even know that they were locked in there. They just knew that you weren't able to go to that enchanted forest. They didn't even really talk about it. Now, if like right now, what we're going through, it's really, really crazy because it just hit me right now. I didn't have this in my notes, but we are in lockdown. We are like the people in the Enchanted Forest. We're not able to leave the Enchanted Forest. They want us to stay inside our home, and they want us to work it out. Work things out, work things out. And this is like every human being who is in this mode is learning to work themselves with nature, remembering who they are with nature. We're learning to respect nature because people were going crazy at the grocery stores, wanting to buy everything and complaining about toilet paper. I was never thinking about toilet paper or worrying about toilet paper because I understand I can wash myself. I have bathroom bidet things, and I mean, a lot of people on the planet live like that. They have rolls of toilet paper that last them maybe 2-3 years because they only need it when maybe the bidet is broken or you know, I don't know, like there's different types of bidets, but you don't use a lot of toilet paper when you know you can wash yourself. So I mean, the mentality of people is that they need toilet paper and paper towels. Why do you need paper towels? You have towels like rags and towels at home. Why is having a paper towel so important? So those things are made of trees. We have cut down so many trees, so many. And the trees are like the lungs for our earth. And what's going on with the virus? It's attacking our lungs. So here I am connecting more dots. The enlightenment here with this movie. So this is our lockdown in the Enchanted Forest. Our Enchanted Forest is our homes. I am having like chills right now because I am getting the correct message. I had a whole different talk for today, but maybe Frozen 2, I mean, it came out in November. Maybe Frozen 2 had a purpose that we don't really know. Maybe the creator didn't even know that that purpose of the movie had to do with what we're dealing with today. And Frozen 2 became available on Disney Plus and available on digital and all that stuff. And people are just watching it. They never went to the movie theater, and now they're going crazy watching it. And I mean, they're either loving it or hating it. I saw it in the movie theater twice, and I was blown away every time because I'm awake. I know what's going on, and I knew as soon as I started watching this movie that this movie is to open the minds, not only of children, but of people who have like an inkling of being woken up into the reality. So I'm gonna cut this short because this is a great first video about delving into the movie Frozen 2. So we're in the inner learnings in the movie. When Elsa entered the Enchanted Forest with everyone, they were still fighting the Nostalgia people and the Arendelian people. They didn't come into harmony. And you know what brought them into harmony? It was Elsa, the fifth element. Now, before I stop the video, let's talk real quick. Okay, so fire is associated with strength, activity, blood, life force. It's a highly purifying and protective, consuming impurities, driving back darkness. And we can talk about Bruni. He was definitely the embodiment of fire. It's traditionally seen as most rarefied and spiritual of the physical elements because of its masculine properties. It also lacks physical existence. It produces light and has transformative power when it comes in contact with physical material. I'm sorry, the light is blinding me and I can't read my notes, so sorry. Okay. Air, which is Gale. Air is the element of intelligence, creativity, and beginnings. It's largely intangible. You know, we can't grab air, but air is air, and it's without a form, and it's active, and it's also a masculine element. It's superior to more material elements of water and earth. So Gale was superior of water and earth, and fire needs air to burn. It's a great element. It's a very important element, and our air has been polluted for so many years for so many reasons. Now we can talk about water. We know what's going on with water, all the pollution, all the garbage that's in water. And I'm so thankful. Like I didn't want to go on cruises anymore after I found out how much they're dumping garbage into the ocean. And I'm kind of happy that there's no cruises going around right now because it's saving some of the ocean, you know? But water element is the element of emotion, the unconscious, and sorry, I'm going blind. Unconscious as opposed to the conscious intellectualism of air. Air is very conscious. Water is unconscious, but it has the elements of emotion. Okay? Water is one of the two elements that have the physical existence that can interact with all the physical senses. Water is still considered less material and thus superior to earth because it possesses more motion and activity than earth, as earth is, you know, stuck. And the element was Loke, the horse. Now, that was a crazy scene when she got hold of the horse. I mean, I can go to another video about that. Like I said, I don't want to be too long on this. Now, earth is the element of stability, groundedness, fertility, materiality, potential, and stillness. Earth can also be an element of beginnings, okay, and endings, or death and rebirth. My daughter's giving me the thumbs up. As life comes from the ground and then decomposes back to the earth after death. Earth is who we are. Earth, we came from earth and we go to earth when we die. If you don't realize that, this movie is here to help you remember that. Okay, and what's happening right now on the planet is here to help you remember that things are shifting. Now, the fifth element is called quintessence, or spirit, or ether. In cosmological models, the spirit is the transitory material between physical and celestial realms. There is a symbol that we see in the movie Moana, as well as Frozen. It's the spiral. Okay, in Moana, she has the green heart of Te Fiti, and it's a spiral. And in Frozen 2, when they're singing na 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 hey ya na na hey ya na na hey ya hey ya, every time I start it, it's hard to stop. It's when they found out that Elsa was Nathalja herself. They like all these blue things started showing up on the trees, like lights, and everyone went to a circle and they glowed like this blue light, and they were singing that song, and they made a spiral, the same spiral that's in Moana. Now, the symbol of a spiral, it's actually something really important. It represents the fifth element. Okay? Now, the fifth element, we in the movie, Elsa is the fifth element. It's only one person. But it's the metaphor that they're using of, you know, the people, the Nathaldra Ancient, the new Arendelians, and the fight with nature, and the wrong thoughts of the new people, and being stuck in there. They needed spirit to come in and fix the problem. Now, right now, Earth, space, all the angels, all the spirit guides, I mean, everything that's in this world is waiting on you and calling you to wake up. That spirit inside of you that is you, that you haven't woken up yet, that you need to activate. You need to activate your spirit and get your spirit to start working for you, to help you in this time that we're in, locked in, fighting with nature versus new ways of life, ancient ways of life, which are, if you think about it, the way that the ancients lived, they weren't sickly. They were more advanced than us in science and healing. And we're supposedly so advanced, technologically wise, but we're so low, and we've hurt the earth so much, whereas the ancients didn't. And we have to basically get ourselves back up and learn from the ancients and use our spirit and really waken up our spirit. Our spirit is already awake. It's just us who are sleeping. And what we need is the activation of things like movies, books, people, other people to activate you, videos on YouTube to activate you, things like that. And so if you're watching this video and something is clicking inside of you and saying, I think I need to wake up, or am I awake, or what? I'm definitely here for you. I put all my information in the description down below. I will try my hardest. If I get like a bunch of people asking the same thing, what I'm gonna do is make one video for all of you. I'm not gonna respond individually, but I'll do my best. Yes, that's the information for you. So there's so much about a spiral. Everything that grows in a spiral. The spiral is the universe. The spiral is spirit. The spiral is like, how can I explain this? It's like, oh my God, my camera just went down. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I took that message of my camera falling as a sign that my next video is going to be about the spiral. If you watch throughout the video, you'll see little orbs going throughout the video, and even in this extra clip that I threw in here, it's like a blooper. You'll see some orbs. I tried to debunk it and say it was a glare from my headband, but it really isn't. I really want to thank you guys for watching my video, and I'm so sorry about my setup. I thought I was able to record myself with my tripod thingy, but I couldn't test myself. Like, I couldn't sit in the chair, run back, and get a good read. And so I had my daughter, like, I said, hey, you know, do I look good? Am I fitting in there? And she's like, yeah, but I'm not fitting the right way. And then you could see part of the tripod. So I'm sorry, but I'm getting it there, and I really needed to post this video. So it's how it is. Bye, guys.